Hello, welcome back. I don't know why you're here. I don't know why I'm here. Beyond the fact that a long time ago, two people had a very irresponsible night, and I'm paying for it for the rest of my life, especially today. Anyway, you're not here to hear about my existence, so moving forward. What I've got today is a couple of soul builds. We've got a return with the Hoshiguma Dojis, our second favorite wine dealer. Tanuki would be first, but no shade to shooting, so he's got his purposes. But I think a lot of us almost like Tanuki's effects a little bit and taunting a little bit more than just being able to blast somebody through a wall, or at least that. Nah, I mean I do kind of like the Gatling gun. So moving forward. Okay, so we have, of course. Well, I can't pronounce his name to save my life, and I'm not going to try. So I'm just going to call him Lizard. If anyone is offended by that, I'm sorry. Not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Moving on. I haven't had near enough coffee to be alive right now, so please bear with me. So, for Lizard here, he's grade 6, he's fully skilled up, and I'm gonna not lie, it took a hot minute for me to figure out what I was going to put on him, but in the end I settled with a Scarlet set because counterattacking, it was just insanely useful, and it actually works surprisingly well, especially with his ability and everything. Ability. I'm not trying to say ability. Dang it, what is my words? But it works very nicely with him being able to do multiple strike attacks and everything. So, yeah. 1 second. Sorry about that. Moving on. So, where was I? I have actually no memory of what I was saying. Okay, so, yeah. It works very nicely with him and everything, and, what can I say? I really don't have anything else to. But I'm mostly focused with the attack, since, counterattacking, why not, and added some Yosubi here for its attack boosting. And overall, I mean, it kind of works pretty nicely. Of course, bolstered his speed, because, I'm gonna be honest, getting this whole, stat stealing thing is, really useful. So, he's got a good helping of speed, be a little speed demon, a little attack, a lot of attack, a little bit of HP and defense. I'm still tired. A little effect resistance so he doesn't get knocked stupid. Which, I mean, works very nicely for the guys he's going to be partying with. So, let's go on with our wine boys now. Now, these three have actually been in a video previously, but it was a while back. This guy is new. And believe me, once I get him skilled up, he's going to basically live in his Evo skin, unless they give us a newbie that we can get with just the regular skin tokens. That seems summary. So let's start here with Ball Wine. Just, go down our little list here. And we all know what Hoshiguma does. He is here to confuse the frick out of somebody. His natural ability lends it to having a confuse effect that gets bolstered when you boost his effect hit. I mean, he's literally all about confusion, and we know I love some confusion. Anyway, so he's got a little bit of attack, a lot of speed to try and get that off first turn, a little bit of HP and defense because wanting to keep him alive. But this one also has a generous dosage of crit so that if he does, which weirdly enough seems to work with effect hit, and I didn't really bolster his effect hit, I'm going to be honest here. Because he's naturally, it gets that extra 10%, and then it has the base chances, but he's also using the Temptress Soul build, which can give Shiki the ability to use Confuse and it comes with its own base chance of 25%, so ironically, those two base chances are actually stacking. Now, I don't know if that was ever intended in game, but I've kind of came across it happening with a lot of others. It's another reason why I have a Shiki who can daze hooked up with Priestess, because even that extra little 10% of Priestess does help. It's weird how they stack together. Again, I don't know if it was actually intended, but it's just a thing. And of course here we have Tsuchigumo added on because reducing the speed with the Tsuchigumo mark and inflicting the 10% of our direct damage is absolutely hilarious, let's be honest. And of course this one for the speed. Basically, he's there to get first turn as early as possible and just try to wreak shop, which we love. Now, we're actually going to hit Winter Wine here. You know, we're just going to go by seasons. And Winter Wine here has a little more attack, not as much speed, a little more HP, a little bit more defense, but his focus is strictly on bolstering his effect hit to as high as possible so that his natural base chances are going to do some damage. Now, all these first three, they're grade 5s, fully skilled. So we're moving on. And of course, he's using in Shoujo because aside from its 15% effect boost, since it also, weirdly enough, does this whole of ignoring the effect resist thing, which, let's be fair, yes. All the yes. Plus, with Teary Nymph to give him some defense boost, but also this beautiful effect hit booster, as well as the rest, and it's just basically seeing how high we can send effect hit and see just how much confusion we can do. So basically, you may as well say he's giving people the strong wine, for lack of better words. He's pouring them drinks strong. Overall, you know, fun. I mean, I actually love using these guys because it's just hilarious chaos, and I love me some chaos. Now, Spring Wine over here, the last time anyone saw him, he was unevolved, he was relatively fresh. He's also an experimental subject. A lot more attack, generous help of HP and defense, a little bit of speed, a little smidge of crit, a little smidge of damage, a little effect hit, and a chunk of effect resistance, but he was an experiment in using Bell Haunt because, yes. Because, I mean, to be fair, come on. Look at all these things that Bell Haunt does. I had put it on my Izanami, who is in another video. If I remember which one, I'll probably link it below. I won't make a guarantee of that, to be fair, because I might just forget about it as soon as I post this. But you see, this is meant more for attacking. He's basically to see what he can do with confusing the hell out of somebody, as well as just slapping them with a bowl constantly. Again, everyone knows I like to do weird little experiments, but this is mostly because I did have these of Bell Haunts, and I wanted to see what it could do with him, and I have to admit I'm impressed. Now, if you use this, you don't have to make it attack focused. You could totally go for a full effect boosting thing, but I just want to do this because I want to see what can he actually knock somebody cold, like in more ways than one. And I have to admit, I've kind of enjoyed it. I mean, he's definitely not a DPS, let's be honest here. He is not going to be tanking blows or anything to that nature. He's not going to, but he can definitely smack a bitch. And we love that. Now we go down the line here. Went a little too far. Oh, you're all seeing some other things, aren't you? Back. And here we go. To Summer Wine, who's right over here. Not very summery right now, but like I say, he'll be in his Evo skin soon enough. He is fresh. He is grade 4. He is unevolved. He is fresh as they come. Yes. And what's he hooked up with? He's hooked up with a thing of basically keep him alive so he can wreak as much confusion as possible, but also make make it so he's definitely causing some problems because he is bolstered here with mirror lady. Not only to bolster his HP and give him a chance of reflecting, but to give him the chances of reflecting damage. So, yes. And of course, like I say, he has the HP boosters, defense. Basically, his build is set up to try to keep him on the field as long as possible so he can wreak as much havoc as possible. Because why not? Of course, we have this Yamabiku here with all the effect hit and effect resistance, which, as you can see, that was his main purpose. It's his HP, his defense, his effect hit, and a little bit of resistance. He's basically here to try to take as much damage and cause your enemy Shiki to do as much damage to themselves as humanly possible. I feel like this, like a Mirror Lady build on him, is just a smidge this side of evil, but we all know I'm pretty much a little evil. Let's face it. I mean, I test as a Sith quite regularly, so what does that tell you? At the very least, see a Sith apprentice. Oh well. Moving on. So, if you got this far in the video, thank you very much. You're free to head out here if you'd like. Just, do the holy trifecta of YouTube down below, the like, comment, subscribe, as we ask. And if you want to stick around and just watch the ensuing chaos, then please feel free, because I know I'm going to. So, if you're still here, we're going to hit the level 40 Hahakagami zone, which we are at. And then it's the Kappa zone, and it's going to be chaos. And my dog just knocked over an entire 12-pack of sodas I have here next to my desk. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Lamb. What, you don't keep a 12-pack of soda next to your desk? Gaming sessions take time. Moving forward. And there's the game freezing, and there we go. Come on, there we go. There's Temptress. Now, the fact of not having a battery is definitely causing some problems, so I feel like you could probably get away with making a Hoshiguma with Azure Basin, so he's also helping at least bring some starting orbs. But, that's an idea for another day. If anything, though, right now, it's kind of funny to watch him just slapping people with a bowl. There we go. And there's, of course, Hoshiguma doing its thing. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, Spring White is just slapping people. It's funny. So much confusion. Much wow. Hey, you're very attention grabby today. Okay, come on. Keep a slapping. Pour that wine strong. Pour me some strong wine while we're at it here. The last time I said something about wanting something to eat or drink, I had food magically appear in front of me. Unfortunately, that's not happening now, is it? Darn. Oh well, moving forward. What in the devil? I feel like this is almost a little too far, but still, this is kind of hilarious. Just keep confusing the frick out of everybody. Okay, it's probably just my eyes, but I thought for a half second that tassel hanging off of the back of Winter Wine's clothes here, I honestly thought for a half second that was his hair, and then I had to look at it a second time and realize I'm a dumbass. Or at least more of a dumbass than normal. Alright, so let's hit the Hahakagami, the Kappa zone, shall we? 1 second. And we're back with Hoshiguma Doji and Lizard. What, you thought I was actually going to say it? No. If you're wondering why we're like up close again view, it's because that glitch happened again where it actually shot where when I was as soon as I went into the zone, it dropped me back to the team I had previously recorded a video with. So yeah, thanks. Moving on. Go for it. There we go. I only got one. I gotta just love how they just confuse the heck out of everybody. And there's of course Mirror Lady doing its job. Come on. Keep confusing the Kappa. Pour the strong wine out for him. Bop. 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 I love the little cutscene bits, what can I say? Come on! Only got one guy there? Okay, now we got 4. Come on. You know, I almost feel like Hoshiguma Doji should be having more voice lines here, or at least he used to have more voice lines. He did, didn't he? I mean, I'm not hallucinating. Is the audio broken again? No, wait. It feels like, I don't know. Does it seem like some of the audio lines are broken, or is it just me? I don't know. But anyway, I mean, I had fun with that. I'm sure, I hope everybody else did. And, you know, if you liked what you saw, then, and you had one more, do the holy trifecta of YouTube down below, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time, alright? See ya!